Welcome to part 2 of our journey on board Ernakulam Express to Erode Junction. Just to recap, in part 1 we had left Bangalore cantonment, passed through Bayappan railway station as you see now, and then headed on towards Hosur, and today our first stop would be the station Carmel Ram, just after Bayappan Halli. Inside an AC chair car. We left early in the morning, 6:20, and we can see the early morning sunrise on the eastern horizon. Part 2, and in part 2 we will be covering the journey from Hosur, or just before Hosur, a station called Carmel Ram, which is an outskirts of Bangalore city, and then to Hosur, and from Hosur to Rayakotai, and then on to Dharmapuri. The section between Rayakotai and Dharmapuri is also very scenic, and from Dharmapuri to Salem Junction through the Muthampatti Ghat, and that's a very special one. And at near just before Salem, near the Omalur Junction, we join the main line that comes from Chennai, which is the trunk line towards Ernakulam, which is a double electric line, and then go to Erode, where our part 2 will end on the double electric line. An update: the section between Hosur or up to Carmel Ram, it is already electrified single line, and work in progress between Carmel Ram to Hosur and Hosur to Dharmapuri, single line electrification. Ultimate objective is to electrify this entire section of 200 kilometers from KSR Bengaluru to Salem Junction, so the trains need not go to Jolarpete and come here, so that all trains can be hauled by electric locomotives. Stay with me, it's a wonderful journey and you will enjoy it. Just leaving Carmel Ram, and we cross the Kannur Yeshwantapur weekly express with the LSB racks. Our next stop is Hosur. In between there are no other stops. Hosur is 40 kilometers from KSR Bengaluru. Carmel Ram is an eastern suburb of Bangalore on the Sajapur main road, and on the left you see the high-rise apartments of Bengaluru. On this road, which was once a double road, is now a 4-lane highway. That's the development of Bangalore, and we will shortly cross the Sajapur overbridge, and you can see the development on this side of Bangalore. Malls, high-rise apartments, etc. We are on our way to Hosur now. We are entering the city of Hosur, and this is we are in Tamil Nadu now from Karnataka. Hosur is the nearest town of Tamil Nadu, and there are many factories located in Hosur, including the truck manufacturer Ashok Leyland. Very popular city because the climate is that of Bangalore. At Hosur we meet the incoming KSR Bengaluru Express. This is the scheduled crossing here at Hosur, and both trains are on time. That essentially means that arriving at Hosur, the NH44 from Bengaluru, which comes from Mumbai, passes through Hosur, Krishnagiri, Vellore, and then on to Chennai. So Hosur is right on the trunk route, on the road trunk route, but not on the train trunk route to Chennai. The Nagarkoil KSR Bengaluru Express is leaving, and we are also departing from Hosur. Our next stop on this section is Dharmapuri, which is about another about 100 kilometers from Hosur. There are no in-between stops, and after Dharmapuri it is for this train Salem Junction. The section between Hosur and Dharmapuri is full of cars, not really a good section, but you would enjoy the ride on this section because a very nice curve. The terrain is not very steep, but lot of S curves. Keep watching. Beautiful long curve, typical of a mountain terrain. Coming up is a view of the rails from the vestibule link. You can see the rails. Another escort coming up. Beautiful. Trails of a high-flying aircraft. We are approaching Rayakote now and crossing a passenger train towards KSR Bengaluru. That is Rayakote. And the next station that we will pass is Palakkad. And then on on to Dharmapuri. Arrived at Dharmapuri, district headquarters of Dharmapuri district in Tamil Nadu, bordering the Salem. We are departing from Dharmapuri now. We are 50 kilometers away from Salem, and just immediately after Dharmapuri station we will be entering the Muthampatti Ghat. The name Muthampatti Ghat came because of the Anjaneyar Temple, Veera Anjaneyar Temple, near the station of Muthampatti, which we will stop and cross. A beautiful scenic ride. The National Highway NH44, NH48 passes through this, which is a branch off from 44 towards Salem, and then it goes all the way down to Kanyakumari. We have stopped now for a compulsory dictated stop, and you see Anjaneyas here, or the monkeys, because it is very close to the Muthampatti station. People have the habit of feeding these Anjaneyas or monkeys, and I think they have developed the habit of waiting for the trains to come and stop here and get some food. We depart from the stop and proceed sign, which you will see shortly, and you can see the number of monkeys here. That's the stop, bed and proceed. Because it's a Ghat section, entering the Ghat section. Arriving at Muthampatti station now. This is where you get on to go to the Veera Anjaneyar Temple. I'll just share with you two pictures. That's the station. Walking distance from the station, and there it is, one. And the second picture of the view of the temple itself. We depart from Muthampatti, and again people are throwing food to the Anjaneyas here. Plenty of them.
Throwing food out of the windows for the monkeys.
And after Muthampatti, we go down from the Ghat section and then go down to Bengaluru. That's where the line from the Metro Dam, Salem Metro Dam line joins. And from there onwards it is a double electric line to Salem Junction, about 8 kilometers. A reservoir and a dam down the hill collecting water from the Ghat and from up the mountains. Beautiful scenery. We are approaching Bengaluru Junction, and now we can see the electric poles. The line from Nadu Dam joining the line from Dharmapuri, crossing a freight train hauled by twin WAG 5s. You will see a lot of freight traffic on this line because of the Nadu Dam and the other factories near area. That is Bengaluru Junction. And just after Bengaluru is a big curve, and we join the trunk line from Chennai Central, Jalarpete, Salem. It's a double electric line all the way up to Ernakulam and then Thiruvananthapuram, Kanyakumari.
Down, approach to Salem Junction.
There we are entering the curve to join the main trunk line shortly. Watch out for it. This line from KSR Bengaluru via Hosur to Salem is roughly about 65 kilometers shorter than going via Jalarpet. Before this line was built, trains used to go all the way down to Jalarpet, turn westerly and then come to Salem. But now only some trains go via Jalarpete like Uday Express, Kanyakumari Express, Kochuveli Express, etc., which are long haul into Thiruvananthapuram, so they use electric locomotives all the way. So we are coming into Salem Junction now, and we see
Overhead
truck maintenance car,
train W85.
and we see some freight actions, dual WAG, all the freight, dual WBG3 hauled freight, etc.
WDG.
That is the dual WBG3 freight train. You alight for Ekad Hill Station at Salem, about 30 kilometers. We arrived at Salem, and then we see the rakes of the Chennai Egmore Salem Express via via Buddhachalam, and a departing freight train which we saw with a dual WDG3 being pushed by a WDG4 from behind. We depart from Salem. On our left is the
Mumbai
Chennai Egmore Salem Express via Buluppuram, Vruddhachalam and Salem.
Salem Junction.
It shares a common track with the Dadar Chennai Egmore Express. As we depart from Salem Junction, we see a lot of light electric locomotives, both WAP4 and WAG7, and twin WAG5 hauled freight train. And we will again see some more freight, incoming freight, WAG7 and then WAG9 shortly. Shankaribur home to ACC cement factory. We depart from Shankaribur, and after Shankaribur, just before Erode, we pass through the Cauvery station and then cross the Cauvery river on our way to Erode. Just after the Cauvery river, we enter into Erode. Maintenance work on tracks in progress. We are now approaching Cauvery station, and just after that the bridge on the Cauvery river. That is it. This is Cauvery bridge and the river Cauvery. The metal dam is up to the north. That's where we passed near Omalur, northwest, and that is where water supply is regulated to this part of Tamil Nadu. Now as we enter Erode, we come across a MEMU service towards Jolapete. And then we arrive at Erode. Now there is a loco change here at Erode Junction, but this is a slightly older video from October 2018 onwards. This train is hauled by a WDP4 end to end. So no loco change at Erode, but when I traveled in March 2018, there was still a loco change, and the replacement loco would be a WAP4, and Erode junction is a home to both a diesel loco shed and an electric loco shed, and it is a home to many of the WAP4s and now some WAP7s as well, and of course there are now WDP4Bs, WDM3As, 3G, etc. The loco is getting ready for being taken to Trip Loco Shed, and from there it will join or it will go back to Bangalore tonight with the 12678. Thank you very much, guys. I hope you like this compilation and like the journey and the Cauvery section between Hosur, Dharmapuri and the Muthampatti Ghat. The loco is now being taken to the Trip Loco Shed, and once again, thank you very much. Stay safe during the coronavirus time. Practice social distancing, and soon everything should be okay. Thank you and have a nice weekend.
मैं देखा तो